Anthony Arling here with a Springfield girls basketball player profile. I am joined by the Tigers' own Madi Lesnak. Madi, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
Madi, let's start off this by talking about this district championship game. I mean, I know it's the first time this program has done it in quite a while. What did it mean to get this district championship for you guys, and kind of what did it take out of you guys to also get this win?
I feel like it was one of our main goals besides like league. After we didn't end up winning league, we really set our main goal as winning districts, and how we all came together as a team, pushed hard, and we really thought of like taking it up another level and pushing each other and playing together as a team.
And obviously, I mean, we talked to JC Mullen about this too. You don't win the league, you have to bounce back from that disappointment and really focus on your next goal at hand, which is winning districts. What was it kind of like? Coach Matisi talked about the loss at Waterloo and how it was kind of a turnaround point for this team. What was it like to kind of bounce back from that, and how did you see your team kind of grow from that moment on?
I feel like we took that loss not only as like it was a hard loss, losing by 1 point, but I feel like we looked at basketball and like knew that it didn't only take like scoring a lot, it took defense, it took working together, it took communicating, it took stepping everything up a level that we already focused on, that it wasn't enough for that game, that we needed to bring more of it.
Defense absolutely came into play against Maplewood. You held that team to 31 points, a team that everyone knows kind of loves to score and has players that know how to score at a high clip. What do you think about your defense, and what were some of the game plans going into that game defensively?
Our defense, we don't really stick with one throughout the game. We like to change it up a little bit. We go from zone to man, and it not only lets their offense be confused, but it keeps us moving. It doesn't slow down the game, keeps us like at a fast pace.
First year under head coach John Matisi. Let's talk a little bit about him, what it's like to be under him, and what kind of things he's taught you, not just about basketball, but about life as well.
Um, Coach Matisi, no one really like knew how it was going to go, since I played for Schuler for 2 years, and he was a good coach. Someone knew that, since I was taught by other coaches, that like I got a different perspective on the game. But Coach Matisi, I really feel like he brings out not only the basketball, but like it's like working on just communicating in life, just working on like the main focuses that like bring people closer, that it really focuses us on like coming together, really celebrating. It's not just like a game, it's like big parts of your life.
Some players would struggle with having a coaching change in the middle of their high school career, but you get coached by so many different people because you're a multiple sport athlete. How much do you think that helped you in kind of dealing with a change of the coaching regime and molding into Coach Matisi and what he wants to do in his philosophy?
I think it really helps, because if I were to stick with one coach, I really feel like I wouldn't be able to like view the game different. Like basketball is not only like, oh, it's a win or loss. I feel like it like expands like knowing how to win a game, how to meet new people. Like it's like just expanding everything.
You've been asked to really step up as a leader this year. They have you running point. You're not a senior, but you're almost the token, one of the token seniors on the floor, asked to be a second coach on the floor as a point guard. What have you seen yourself grow in leadership, and how would you describe your leadership qualities?
Well, I started like all my life. I've been like growing up as like a post player, since I've been taller than a lot of the girls. But then when Matisse stepped in and asked me to run point, it felt like I opened up and could see the court more. I understood what plays to run, what to use against a certain defense, and I felt as like I'm helping my team not only win, but like we're not being stuck in the same situation and getting out of like the tough situations.
How much do you look back on your time as a post player to kind of help you with a point guard and help you understand the game a little bit more, and when it needs to help you get in there and have to get rebounds for your team as well?
Um, I like being guard a lot more, but as a post, like when I still get in there and rebound, I still feel like it's a big part of the game. Like if we didn't have some of our leading rebounders, JC Mullen, Tamika, Brungard, it's a big part, because they get that ball and outlet to me, and I get it down, moving the game quicker pace.
We know this team is so close knit. A lot of big team chemistry on you got on this team. Talk about kind of what it's been like to grow with these girls and to work with them and to mesh as a team and the how the big how much the chemistry has helped you guys succeed.
The senior class, Kayla, Lamorticella, and Grace Venturella. I played with Kayla my freshman year, and sophomore year we did not play together, but I knew of her, and we were pretty close freshman year. Grace Venturella didn't get to play with through my high school season, but this season I feel like all three of us have really got really close, and I feel like it's easier to like play the game knowing that you can trust them and what they can do. The junior class, I've Peyton Clem, Emily Gerthong, JC Mullen. I've been playing with them my whole life. One of the three people I've stuck with all through elementary and middle school. So it's like people I rely on. They're like sisters to me. The sophomores, we have one sophomore, Ava Vecchione. I got to play with her last year. Super nice. I feel like she just knows how to run the game, like can see the court pretty well. And then the freshmen, Tamika Brungard and Mariana Toscano, two of the big players that we use. I feel like I've grown really, really close to them this year because most of the freshmen may be like frightened by the upperclassmen, not feeling as if they can like easily come to them, but like all of the freshmen this year feel like as like a big family.
You know, when you look at it and the team bonding exercises that I know you guys do outside of basketball, what are some of your favorite things to do with this team outside of play with them on the basketball court?
Usually if we had any games on Saturdays or if we had school off, we usually go to team breakfasts or team lunch. And it's just overall a fun time, just bonding, and even if it's off the basketball court.
What's your go-to post-game meal after a game if you're hungry and you know you've exhausted all your energy to try to get a big win? What's the go-to meal after a game?
Definitely Chick-fil-A or Chipotle.
All right, so both those places, you got to give me the order. Like, what's the Chick-fil-A go-to order, and when you go to Chipotle, what's the go-to order there too?
Chick-fil-A, probably some nuggets and fries, and then Chipotle, probably a bowl with some rice and chicken, some other stuff.
That's post-game. How about pre-game routines? Do you have any pre-game routines that you kind of feel superstitious about that you have to stick to?
Usually I don't eat a lot before games, maybe like a granola bar or so, but most of the time I either have like a body armor or a Gatorade.
What's the best Gatorade flavor out there? What's Madi Lesnak's go-to Gatorade flavor?
Definitely grape.
Great. That's a unique one. I was thinking like orange to go with the color scheme, but grape's good. I love it. What kind of things do you do to hype yourself up for a game? What's the playlist? What kind of things get you mentally ready to go out and play a basketball game?
On the way to the school, usually listen to a playlist. Same with on the bus, listening to a big playlist that I usually mix up a little bit before games. Once I get to the school, basically hope that they have good music that I can just get in the rhythm to while I'm just warming up, letting my like energy take out so I'm getting ready for the game.
How does the team's music taste line up with yours? I mean, does the team have a pretty good music taste when you look at the music that you like to listen to?
Oh yeah.
What are some other things that you like to do outside of sports? I know you're a multiple sport athlete. You definitely in sports so much, but when you just need to relax and need to take your mind off of the whatever sport you're in, what are some things that you do outside of athletics to kind of let your mind unwind?
Some things I do. I like to hang out with my family a lot and friends. I'm usually with my friends, like even after like big basketball games, I'll go grab food with them. Just the times with them really is what I enjoy.
Who have been some of your biggest role models throughout your athletics journey and people that kind of keep you going and keep you inspired?
Definitely my parents. My mom did not like her main sport's softball, but she still pushes me a lot towards basketball and knows that it's my main sport. So I really need to focus on that more than the other sports. But all of them like equal, like working hard and showing what I can really do into them. And then my dad's been coaching me since I was in elementary all up to middle school. And he's really been one of my main players that helped me. He's taught me lots of things about the game of basketball and really just pushed me to become who I am.
You talk about your dad coaching you for so long, and we hear so many stories about the dad coach and the relationship between a father and a daughter when it comes to coaching and athletics. Talk about that dynamic a little bit more and what it's meant to you to be coached by him and how much he's helped you grow.
Through elementary, I don't think I really appreciated it as much because I was like, oh, it's my dad. He's just gonna coach me. He's gonna yell at me. But really, when I like put it into thought, when he would be yelling at me, like getting on me to like run this play better, shoot more, rebound more, it really like if I didn't like take that into consideration, I wouldn't be like where I am with a starting spot on the varsity team, like scoring the amount I'd want to be scoring, and like where we would be like as an example for like district. Like if I didn't have all those certain moves, all those certain specific things that he wanted me to work on when I was younger, then we wouldn't be where I am.
I know Springfield is such a proud community that supports all their athletics equally. Talk about what it's like to have this Tiger fan base behind you every step of the way.
Um, I really love the Springfield community because I feel like it's not just like if you look at some communities, it might be like they just look at boys sports or they just look at girls sports. I feel like both are equally like during football season. It's not like they just focus on football. They'll come to volleyball games. They'll go to like different events, and then during basketball season, you'll see the same fans for like girls teams and the boys teams when they're coming to games. And I feel like for the district game, it was like the gym was like packed with Springfield. Everyone you heard they were going to the district game. They had to come support the girls. Like it's not only the boys they focus on, they still focus on the girls.
What kind of obviously this is going to be one of the answers that you just said, but what are the other things make you proud to represent Springfield and wear those colors and to wear tigers across your chest?
Um, I think that like everyone just like backs each other up. It's not just like one sided, like I said. It's not just boys. You see the same fans coming to girls and boys events, and it's not like they're like, oh, since it's a girls team, they're probably not as good as the boys. They still like support everyone the same way.
And obviously, it's been such a successful athletic community in Springfield, whether it be the football team, softball, basketball, everyone's being in this window of success. What's it like being a part of it?
It feels great because I feel like it's not like we focus on one certain person in Springfield. We're looking at different athletes. We're looking at one of the best like communities that I feel like shares the athletes. It's not like everyone's focused on big ones and we only care about those certain people. All the fans come to see the whole team, not just certain people.
All right, Maddie, before we let you go, we like to give all of our players the chance to kind of shout out their support system and the people that are there for them throughout their whole career. So want to give you the chance to give a shout out to the people that have your back and the people that you wouldn't be able to do this journey without.
Um, my number one would probably be my parents. Um, my grandma is usually at most of my games for any sporting events. All of the coaches I've had for either volleyball, softball, or basketball, I've seen a lot of them at a lot of my other sporting events. I get texts from them saying that I had a good game and how they're proud of me, all this. And my friends basically coming to any of my games, just supporting me along the way.
All right, Maddie, thank you so much for the time and joining us today. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck in all the future games that you have, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you.